This is my attempt to make a video on something that I've been live streaming myself building for the last few days, but if you don't have the time, energy, effort, or ambition to watch hours of me building a Lego set, this is the video for you, because I just finished in the last few minutes this lovely set right here that some people, 71% to be exact from the live stream poll that I did, they say he's creepy. But if you are still with me and you aren't having nightmares right now, this of course is a Lego set 3723, just titled Minifigure. Although they misspelled it, it should be Minifinger. And if you're curious, this set, oh, this website, dude, with the ads, insane. Brick set, if you need money. Do you need money? Is everything okay? This set came out in 2000 and sold for $150. I don't quite have that much money into this, but I'm kind of close because I pulled dang near everything from my collection in terms of bricks and plates to pull this off, and I still had to order 5 different Bricklink orders, which I made a video on a while back, kind of documenting all of my efforts to try to build this guy because I think he's just so cool. I want to shout out Jabbo at Bricksar. I see this thing in his videos, and that's what inspired me to build this. Get out of here with the brick set when your ads over there. I'll leave this up though so you can see it. But I built this because I was inspired. I think it's a really great display piece, and I just really wanted to do it. Do I have regrets? Slightly, because the build of this was not the most fun thing to do. This is like the Darth Maul nightmare build, where you start at the bottom and just like a 3D printer, you build your way up on this. So there's layer 1 and you just keep going up and up and up and up. And eventually you get into like the red parts, as you can see there, that's like working up on his shoulders there. And then you eventually get to his head, and I live streamed the build of that, scaring countless children, obviously. And then just moments ago, I built his hands too, of course. And then I went back in time because I wanted to finish the hat last, and that's what I just built. So I streamed myself for 1 hour doing nothing but putting green plates on top of each other. And I'm sure it was the most exciting thing that you've ever seen if you tuned in. But if you didn't tune in, you get to see all of it just in one little clip here, hopefully. And I wanted to show this off because I'm proud of it. And it's kind of a rare set, I guess, too. I looked on eBay and only 2 of these have sold recently for kind of wild price ranges. One was like 100 and some, and the other one sold for like $275 or best offer. So it's kind of a pricey set. My set is not entirely complete though, because there is a sticker that goes here, and there's a sticker that goes here. This one is like the cursed Lego sticker that goes across marble bricks, and it causes me all kinds of like this doesn't cause me nightmares. Putting a sticker across marble bricks causes me nightmares, but I'm never taking this apart. So I am gonna go online. Let me go back up to the top here so you can see. I'm gonna go online and I'm going to order these. You can actually, there's like one website that you can get replacement stickers for this, and it's like €5 or something. So I'm gonna do it. And then they should ship over from wherever they're coming from, and hopefully they're a decent quality that I can put on there. But even without that, you know, if you didn't know that those stickers weren't there, in fact, that one's kind of a little too much for me. I kind of like him just as he is. You can take the hat off. Clarkman put the hat on in the stream. I don't know how much force he put down on it, but we will try to take it off so you can see what it looks like. Because unlike the new minifig that came out like this, which if you're wondering, I am going to buy, this hat is actually decent. It doesn't have that weird thing on the back where it looks almost like, I don't know, like double-sided. But this guy has a finished head there too. For the most part, I mean, you could fill that in. But as it stands, I think it looks pretty cool, and you can customize it. You can make a different colored hat if you want to. And I would kind of recommend that if I were you, because these green parts, I didn't have a ton of these. I completely used everything that I had in the world of green, and I had to order a lot. So a lot of my Bricklink buying came from this. And then they uses these really long blue pieces that I know are the bane of some people's existence. And you could sub those out. I mean, you could put 2 2x4s in there, make your life a little bit easier and cheaper. But I wanted to build this as the designers intended. I think that's kind of important in some cases. But if you're trying to save some money, not really necessary. But you can just, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. It's on there now. I'm glad I took that off because I don't think that's coming back off. But his head does spin around if you really want like that Exorcist level of scary. I think we just went from 71 at least to 83% of people thinking this is creepy. I think he's kind of cute though. He's got that little smile on his face, particularly if you like kind of level out the lighting. I think it looks a little better. You get the crazy shadows going, then he gets really nightmarish. But I like the way he looks. His arms, they really tricked me in the manual. There's these 2 different ways you put his arms on. I chose option A. It took someone from my chat to like help me figure out what the heck's going on. But if I take this off, breaking the #1 rule of Lego reviews, and that's don't take things apart. That came off right with it, which is not ideal. But it's in here like this. So this goes like this, And then you can position the arm however you want. I kind of like them like that, and I feel like that's the natural way that they intended. In fact, that's how it is on here too. Like they have him out just a little bit, but you can put his arms up. The other option is to just have like these in there instead, like this, and then put a pin through there, and then his arm can rotate, I think, or you could probably put him straight out. So he'd look kind of like a mummy. I don't love that too much. So this is the way for me. So we'll just put that back on. The hands spin very easily. I considered switching this out, and the only reason I didn't do it is because I wanted to keep this like pure, the way that the designers intended for it. But they really spin, and there's a little bit of a gap in there too. But you could put a different Technic pin in there, or a Technic rod or whatever, and keep those the way that they should be. As you can see, that one's spun around. His legs don't move. There's no articulation in that regard. I don't have the new counterpart to this up, which I'll show you here. Please hold. If you don't want to drop big money on this guy, you could get this. It's only $50, and it kind of accomplishes the same thing. Again, the hat though, just saw it in real life, and from this angle it doesn't look bad, although it kind of does because it's flat, and the minifig cap is not like that. If you look at the dude down here, I showed this on stream, his hat is not flat in the front. See how it's curved? Why couldn't they have done that? I don't know, but $50 on that, not too bad. If you're wondering about scale, I don't have that one, but I do have another overpriced minifig here. Thank you to Thomas for picking this up for me at the Lego house. This is the Pirate. I love minifig stuff, particularly creepy stuff, so it kind of works out for me. But as you can see, if I move back a little bit, he's a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit more shelf-friendly, because you're really going to have to commit to a spot for this dude. But that's the way they look. This one obviously has a lot more articulation, way more realistic. But for the time, this thing, as Clark said, almost as old as me, at 23 years old, is it's a nice model, and I'm so excited to have this and to have it done. If you have been following the channel, you probably did notice that it took me about a month to do this, but that's just because we've been traveling, and I started this like on June 1st, working my way up towards the bottom. This went very quickly, like just cranking that out. And then we went traveling, we came back, and after doing all this editing that I've been doing, showing our trip, because I also have a vlog channel that most of you probably came from, I was like, I want to get back into this. So I started live streaming myself building it. I've been having a great time doing that. I want to make that a part of my channel. I know some peeps like, you're not here for the live streaming adventures that I go on, but it's so much fun for me to do something that I was going to do anyway, but to be able to do it with a group of people that enjoy it as well, and we have some great conversations. Mostly one-sided, because as you can tell, I can talk. I can talk enough for 3 Lego YouTubers probably. But there is our dude, fully built up, looking awesome, at least in my opinion. You might think he looks a little plain, a little basic. Maybe you're from the new school and you like this better, but this to me is kind of what Lego's about, and it'll be an awesome display piece that if anybody were to come in here, their eyes immediately are drawn to that, and mine will be too. So on that, I hope you enjoyed this review, if you want to call it that. Mostly just a showcase of something that I built that I wanted to share that maybe you didn't have hours of your life to dedicate to and watch me build it live. So hope you enjoyed, and I appreciate you watching. We'll see you all in the next video and the next project, because we're just going to keep it rolling.